spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's contained at the line for no gain. That stop made by Derek Brown. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Young working from the gun. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They bring Thielen in motion right. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Hubbard again. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish off their opening drive. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Right there to tack on the point after. And the Panthers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Jackson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught for the first. He finds space, middle of the field. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles break the tie here in the first. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. To the air on 1st down. Young. Hubbard hauls it in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, Young. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Young throwing here. connects with Hubbard. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Now Young. On the move, headed right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's brought down after a short gain. Give him 2 yards there, and it's now 3rd and 14. Looking to throw, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Taken in by Smith. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
At the 25-yard line.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Hurts to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short. The Eagles are in punt formation. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Sending a receiver left. Young on 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Young looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Young to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Hurts. Buys time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 23-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
3rd and long for him here. He's got Smith.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives them new life and this 1st down. Now Hurts. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. This finds Smith. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Hurts throwing again. That pass complete to Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Toss play to Barkley. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
Hurts. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Hurts looking to throw. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Panthers 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. A tight end in motion now. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Play action now. Young. Thielen's got it. Complete. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down by Jalen Carter. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Young working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll motion a tight end left. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They bring their tight end left. From the 40 on 2nd down. Gets this to Sanders. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Young. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
To the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that. So that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. To return, Adoree Jackson. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. 1st down throwing for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
From the 36. This one finds Goddard. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a third down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the left hash, this is from 47. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. To the air on first down. Young. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Young off 1st and 10. Cut out left. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop. He's back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these 2 teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter, so he has been on target throughout. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They run again with Hubbard. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. With Kobe Dean in on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. This finds Evans, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the pistol, it's Young. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's going to fight his way forward to the 23. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Slot receiver headed left. Here's 2nd and 7. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts now from the gun. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down.
He was defended by Trayvon Merrick.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Saquon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. but you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Back to throw, Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
The kick by Hopkins is good, and that extends the lead to 20.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Panthers set to take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Finds Sanders. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Dumps it off to his running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Sidney Brown in on that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Young working from the gun. Hubbard hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's Panthers football, and their playoff run's in jeopardy. They're trailing here. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Connects with Hubbard. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Thielen's got it. Complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's another carry for Barkley. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Running right, it's Barkley. And this one doesn't go far. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 28. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Motion man sent left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Those 3rd and short blitzes, you just want chaos. You just want to disrupt the clock and the timing of everybody offensively, and the defense got the job done.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they push their lead to 23.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Young. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Young to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They'll run for it. Hubbard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here's Young to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Well, after recording the sack, it looks like he is the one who's shaken up. We're going to get a stoppage here as he gets looked at. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Defense shows blitz. Young. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They're going for it. Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First down, a run with Barkley. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
They go to Barkley again. Into the 2nd level past the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Space to the left. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles about set to celebrate this win. They're going to run with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Barkley can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They're going to try to run it in, Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles put up even more points in a win. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Clean breakup on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Now Young. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air on 1st down, Young. He finds Sanders. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.